Get ready for a whole new Bowls game. This is Bowls3Five. We've ripped up the rulebook. There's power plays, shot clocks, fast games in under an hour every Tuesday and Wednesday night. Bowls like never before. Bowls3Five starts October 23 live on Sky Sport. Proudly brought to you by Somerset Retirement Villages.
So here we are at the Newland Bowling Club, week 5 of the Bowls3Five, and of course crunch night tonight. This is the in and out for some of the teams. And I've got with me the Stoke Thunder, of course, who lead the competition at the present. I've got Shannon McElroy, Kirsten Edwards, and Peter Hodson with me. Now, the first thing I want to ask is Jimmy Pugh injured after that big heroic jump and leap on the green last week?
Yeah, well, to be fair, he didn't pass the fitness test during the week, so we thought we'll just give him a spell. Who knows what'll happen next week, but yeah, he'll be watching from the couch tonight, I think.
At the turf hotel, will he?
Very likely, he'll be there with his blue mop hat on. So he'll be joining the rest of the crew.
And
so,
signing autographs at the turf hotel.
Oh, he's the local favourite there. Everyone loves Jimmy.
So, Shannon, this is your second week playing in it. What's your thoughts on this new Bowls3Five?
It's pretty good, actually. The standards actually is actually not bad. That rink has got a few little tricks in it. So watching it on the TV, generally most people play on this kind of surface with wide set of bowls, and everyone seems to be using their normal bowls they use on the grass greens. So, last week was good. We had a good hit out. We had a couple of real close games, actually.
You sure did.
And so, but happy to get the job done last week, and if we can get, especially the first game tonight, if we can get the win up there, then that puts us in a good spot for tomorrow.
So if you beat the Gore Rams tonight, that puts you automatically on top, and and then it's a matter of where you finish number one, isn't it? Where you want to finish.
Yeah, because I mean the Pirates are pretty close with us. So if we were to lose our game tonight, then we'd probably, they would probably have to lose too for us to keep level with them. But obviously a win goes a long way. It puts a bit of pressure on them to keep winning. So definitely get the win tonight, and we'll go from there.
So Kirsten, you've been I'll call you Miss Steady in the middle of, in the middle of the team. You had 1 week away, but good to be back last week.
Yeah, look, it was really good to be back last week. The rink was a little bit different last week than it had been in the couple of weeks I played. So we've had a go on it today, and it seems to be back to what it was. So hopefully we'll be able to find a bit of consistency tonight.
So we're at that shot you played last week.
Oh, yeah. Shannon called a good shot, and I just let it go and hope for the best.
Well, you couldn't have got any cleaner, could you? Straight right. Mind you, to be fair, the young skip from Point Chevy gave it a great chance, didn't he? With his last bowl, he's played very well right throughout, hasn't he, Aidan? He's been pretty consistent. Yeah, he has played really well, and especially with weight on that rink, it's not always easy, and he's pulled out some really big shots when he's needed to. So you're enjoying the format, you say you missed 1 week, but you're enjoying it and the competition and the sort of fun factor about it and the noise and all that sort of stuff. It's doesn't put you off, does it? No, not at all. It's really great. We've been loving it. It's a little bit strange actually going back and playing 18 ends in the traditional game in the weekends, but Nelson fours. Yeah, Nelson centre fours, or 15 ends in the centre fours. Yeah. And how'd you go in those? Not too good. We qualified and went out in the first round, but yeah. So have I got two of the four of the men's side, who the winners? Is that playing tonight? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Went over to Motueka after we got knocked out and watched a little bit of the boys, and they played awesome. They played really, really well. So Jimmy Pugh, Jimmy Pugh, another title, and a newcomer, Robbie Reid. Yeah. Or newcomer to the club, I should say. Is that right? Yeah, newcomer to the club, and first centre title in Nelson for Robbie. So it was really exciting for him. So Pete, you're back this week. You had a spell last week.
Yeah, apparently had a couple of issues of the medical kind, allegedly, right. But the old rubber cushion was good.
So you're fully recovered?
Oh, mate, that Savlon's a wonderful thing. Good.
Well, no, I won't say no. I won't say anything. So you're looking forward to a big game tonight, isn't it?
Oh, huge game. This, as the Shannon and Kirsten have already alluded to, it's it's a big game for us and could take us a long way to achieving what we want to achieve too.
So, like I was down in Nelson, the other week at the Stoke at the Piers, and the club's really behind this event, aren't they? They're like the president, like Muriel Bell, and the whole feeling in the club. They're all talking about it, and it's gone down well within the club and within the Nelson area, hasn't it?
Absolutely. To be fair, there was probably a few sceptics at the start.
Certainly was,
but,
everywhere.
Along with one of our sponsors at the Turf Hotel, the club have been regularly visiting the turf on a Tuesday night, watching the big screen there, and getting in and having a couple of the local beverages and a little bit of kai, and watching the games on a Tuesday night and thoroughly enjoying it.
So Thai Formosa, is that one of the sponsors? Is it?
That's right. That's right. Company we work for. Then one of our guys, Brendan Hodgson, our manager, he runs a particular particular of the company, of which Thai Formosa is the major supplier of product for, and probably the best renowned maker of a synthetic wool pack in the world, to be fair.
So there you go. There's a bit of promotion out there for the sponsor, and rightly so. So Gore tonight and Stokes Valley, who have got us little chance, is that right?
They've got a mathematical chance of getting through, but they're going to need a serious amount of things to go their way for that to happen. But who knows? Bowls is a funny old thing, and the short format's even funnier. So
yeah, because it looks like you've got yourselves and Gore and Point Chev, of course, and then you've got Royal Oak. If they were to get 2 wins, that's where your game, this first game here tonight. And it plays such a big part, doesn't it?
Oh, there's all sorts of permutations.
I was talking to Mike Galloway before, and Point Chev could possibly lose both their games. And the whole thing could change with tonight's round, couldn't it?
Absolutely. That's why it's such a big night. Yeah.
So, look, thanks for your time, but I'm going to get Brendan Hodgson over here now, all right, with you guys.
I reckon that's a smashing idea.
Because it's very cold where we're standing, isn't it? So,
amen to that.
Yeah, he does. Well, he's got the team winter uniform. So we'll get Brendan in here, the midget of the team. So, Brendan, you're the manager of this side. You're enjoying it? What's your thoughts on it all?
Oh, it's not too bad, mate. I probably did a bit of work behind the scenes, and then reluctantly I drive the team bus out to the venue each day. So it's been sensational, mate. It's been brilliant getting into it, get amongst it here, and just be part of the crowd, and sort of it's just a fast format. I think everyone's loved it. And
of course, you guys are putting a lot of social media. I noticed that, like today, there was things up on social media, and I was saying to the guys before, the club's really behind the team, aren't they? It's fantastic to see.
Yeah, the club's been right into it. In terms of the social media stuff, it's not always true, but it's we're sort of it's all based around a bit of banter and just trying to get the community down there are loving it. They love hearing what Pew's up to and things like that.
How's his injury?
Oh, well, I'm not sure, mate. I think we're trying to drown it tonight, put it that way.
So what I wanted to ask you, because I think it's important and it's interesting that after Tamara and I are down at Nelson, at Stoke, of course, the Piers the other week, it seems that the Stoke club itself has really got themselves in a situation where they've got a high profile, very good backing from in the local community, people are enjoying themselves, and the club seems very harmonious, and you've got players like Sharon there, like Shannon and Kirsten. And
you're only like the 100th person that said Sharon.
Sorry.
Shazza goes good, mate.
My apologies. So you've got a lot of good players here, but the club's got a great feeling, hasn't it? Great spirit.
Yeah, but a big part of it's probably Bowls3Five, to be fair. I think it's really sort of, the AGM sort of went forward and said, look, we want to have a crack at this, and we want to have a high-profile men's pairs tournament, we want to have a women's singles tournament, and everyone... I was a bit reluctant when I spoke with Mary about sort of raising those things at the AGM, but everyone's got on board, and it's funny, we've had a pretty high turnover of members, a lot of new members, but it's sort of, you go down the club, it's something you've never met before, something to chat about, So I'd have to say this has been a huge part in just the harmony that's in the club, and moving forward, hopefully these guys don't get relegated, and we can do it all again.
So there's a message out there to clubs, isn't it, that the Bowls3Five concept. It's not the main theme of bowls, we understand that, right? But it's got a place, hasn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And I think that, having a look at the social media side of things, there's a few people that come out and are probably a little bit hard on it. But at the end of the day, like, it doesn't have to appeal to bowlers for me. I think naturally bowlers will tune in. But we've just seen people come up to us in the pub the weeks that we haven't been there, and a couple of guys walk in off the street. Obviously, business league's going to be played that way. It's actually great for the profile of the sport. It's been sensational for us as a club.
Great.
And I think that's what it's all about. As I say, bowlers are going to watch it. They're going to say, "Oh, well, he goes no good. Fancy playing a wrong bias at that level," and things like that. But in 2 or 3 years' time, when there's been the national qualifiers and stuff like that, the field's only going to get sharper.
Yeah,
and it's going to be rivaling the BPL, I think.
So, Shannon, and I've called you the right name this time, mate. Just before we go, mate, congratulations on your win in Sydney the other week. That was good to get that one. The World Championship, and now this other World Champion singles. So you're feeling pretty good about where you're at and going forward.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously 2016 during the World Championship was the highlights of my career. It was a lot easier to commit more time in that period. Obviously, when you've had Isaiah then, over the last sort of 18 months, has been a little bit more trying to figure out more time.
He's pretty active.
He's very active. But just time management and knowing how much you can put in and knowing how much eggs to put into what baskets. And that's going to be an ongoing work in progress thing. And I don't think anyone will get it right. It's always going to change. Who knows, Amy might want to have more kids in the future. So it's just something that we just have to, when we come to it, we just have to cross that bridge. But
so looking forward for a big year, New Zealand this year. Well, there's nothing until June, is it? To the Asia Pacific, isn't it? It's about when the first big event is.
No, that's right. And I mean, but for me, like winning that World Champs was a wee bit more motivation, because the last time when I won the New Zealand singles, Dave Edwards was the coach and suggested maybe not to play in it, because when it finished was 2 days before the World Championship started, and he might have thought that maybe it was too much of a workload to go a whole month of playing elite bowling. So to not play that year and to go back this year and really give it a good crack, I was pretty happy. So we're looking forward to Nationals to try and win the singles again to get back there.
Good.
So we'll see how that goes.
And Nelson Quinella, the World Champion singles, really, wasn't it? It's a pretty. I don't think it wouldn't have happened before. I wouldn't think.
No, I don't think so. But Joe, I mean, everyone knows Joe's resumes. Best player in the world on her day, hands down. So and she's the only person to ever win that event twice between men and female. So pretty good effort from her. So a little bit easier that we know each other pretty well. Sometimes those events, depending who wins, you might have a person that you don't really know that well. But
it's a pretty lengthy tournament too, isn't it?
Yeah, 10 days. Yeah. There was 3 of those days were high 30s, and the lowest we got was probably 29. So
not easy.
There's some pretty testing conditions in regards to heat. Greens were 20 plus at times. So,
really?
But for me, that's right up my alley, really. So I knew on practice day after that. That would go relatively close, because it's much similar to a lot of greens we played on in the past.
It's a great achievement, mate, and all the best going forward. And of course, now all the best to the team tonight and the boss here in the middle. This game tonight, I'm sure there'll be a lot of viewers watching it, and so good luck, and good luck for tomorrow night as well. And then we'll see you back in the finals next
Cheers,
week.
Kiwi.
Thanks for your time.
Thunder.
Get ready for a whole new Bowls game. This is Bowls3Five. We've ripped up the rulebook. There's power plays, shot clocks, fast games in under an hour every Tuesday and Wednesday night. Bowls like never before. Bowls3Five starts October 23 live on Sky Sport. Proudly brought to you by Somerset Retirement Villages.